Welcome back. An NHS Trust has won its bid to overturn a landmark ruling on whether puberty-blocking drugs can be given to children under the age of 16. Last year, the High Court ruled that children could not give informed consent or understand the long-term consequences of such treatments. But today, judges said that should be up to an individual doctor to decide. Well, Vincent McAviney, joins us now outside the Court of Appeal. Vincent, first of all, can you give us some background to this case?
Well, the original case was brought by 24-year-old Kira Bell. When she was 16, she accessed services at the Tavistock Clinic and began the process of transitioning using puberty blockers, but then changed her mind and detransitioned. She said that the clinic should have been more challenging of that initial decision. This afternoon, her lawyer says that they will continue their fight.
We're obviously disappointed. My clients have fought long and hard here to protect children, and they were very pleased with the judgment of the High Court. Today, the judgment of the Court of Appeal does remove some protection that was afforded by that previous judgment. So I've been instructed to prepare an appeal for permission to appeal to the Supreme Court.
Well, patients at the Tavistock Clinic will now be able to access services again. Mermaids, a charity which supports and advocates for transgender children, says that the disruption has caused a backlog.
Ecstatic doesn't really cover it. So many of our families and kids have had such a horrendous time that this is just so needed. And what's really great is that the judgment, as it's been handed down, makes it very clear that this should never have reached court in the first place, and that the principles around treatment should never be decided by judges, that it should always be this should always be something that is picked up by clinicians and the young people and their families.
The Tavistock Clinic is the only clinic of its kind in the United Kingdom, and already it had around 5,000 children waiting up to 2 years for its services. But it does have some wider issues. In a report by the Health Inspectorate earlier this year, it was deemed inadequate and concerns were raised about those gender services. But for now, at least, transgender children and their families will be able to celebrate this victory.
OK, Vincent from the Court of Appeal, thank you.